Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I am going to share with you how I made this quick and easy, truly tailored nugget wrap. It holds 3 nuggets and they're fun to whip up. So let me set this aside and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is your scoreboard along with a piece of chocolate chip cardstock that measures 7 inches by 3 inches. I'm going to set that in the corner here and I am going to score at 1 3/8, 1 7/8, 3 1/4, and 3 3/4, and then I can set my scoreboard aside. Okay, once I have it scored, I'm simply going to score on the fold lines with my fingers here, and then I'm going to fold it up so that I know where I want to put my designer series paper. So I'm wanting to put one here and here, and let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm adding this piece of designer series from the True Gentleman designer series paper stack, and this one measures 2 3/4 inches by 2 inches. I've added that to the top panel here, that's the largest, and then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to count up to the second largest panel, or the one below this top flap and the 1/2 inch score, and I'm going to adhere the piece of designer series paper that measures 2 3/4 inches by 1 1/8 inches, and at this point I'm ready to adhere my nugget wrap together. Now I like to use my multi-purpose glue for this only because it gives me some wiggle room, so I am going to take my multi-purpose adhesive and set it here. Now if I wanted to adhere my nuggets on my wrap, I would put them in at this time, but I like the fact that they're not adhered and so they move. Okay, I am going to fold this up and I am going to line up that outside edge and make sure that my box here is nice and straight and not at an angle here. And I'm going to simply put my fingers in here, rub it together, and you can slide your bone folder in there if you prefer. I'm going to give that a few moments to dry, and while I'm allowing that to dry, I'm going to show you how I made this fun little image with multicolors. I'm using my truly tailored stamp set and the coordinating tailored tag punch you can get in a bundle and save 10%. I'm using the Tranquil Tide and the Night of Navy markers. I'm going to take my Tranquil Tide first because it's a little lighter than the Night of Navy, and I'm using the edge of my marker to color the image. I like to use the edge because that's going to protect my tip and keep it nice and sharp for when I want to do other stamping projects. And then I'm going to take my Night of Navy outside edge again and lay that on the image and run it along to add more color to the dotted line. And then I want to do looking and the word sharp. And as you can see, I'm using the edge of my marker, not the tip, and that protects it. At this point I'm going to breathe on the stamp to moisten the ink and then stamp. Got a great image there, and so I am going to take my punch, line it up, and punch. And then I'm going to take a little bit of multi-purpose adhesive or dimensionals, whichever you prefer. Popping it up is cute also. And adhere that to the top box here. And by this time that multi-purpose adhesive is dry, so I can take my nuggets and slide them in so that they'll stay in place. You can put adhesive on that flap before you adhere it, but I found this works just as well. So let me show you the original again. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7 and you can get there from my blog, Stamp with Ginny. Thanks for joining me.